I had a problem with something Joe Burrow said this week. Now, yes, the Bengals quarterback, he's putting up great stats this year. No one can dispute that. But over the past 2 weeks, this Bengals offense has not been very inspiring. And the way that Burrow talked about it recently, well, it just didn't sit right with me. So we're going to break down why Burrow needs to treat this like the problem that it actually is. What's up, Bengals fans? John Sheeran of A-to-Z Sports Cincinnati here. And before you torch me at the stake, just hear me out about this. The Bengals are winners of 2 straight games, primarily because their defense has finally come back to life thanks to a reinvigorated pass rush. They're finally healthy. They have a full rotation of guys. And just as the defense is finding its own again, the offense has come crashing down to earth. Through the first 5 weeks of the season, this offense was 3rd in EPA per play and 6th in success rate. But just over the last 2 weeks, they are 22nd in EPA per play and 28th in success rate. Now, of course, there is context, as both the Giants and Browns have really good pass rushes, and they played the Bengals well defensively. They came into the game with pretty good matchups against them. Like, it's okay for the Bengals offense to have 1 or 2 down weeks and still win. That's fine. But the way that Burrow described it, it does have me concerned a little bit. When he was asked by the Athletics' Paul Daniel Jr. if he's concerned about how the offense has operated the last 2 weeks, he said, quote, "Well, we scored over 30 and lost, and now we've won 2 in a row, so no, I'm not concerned." Really, man? You're not concerned that the offense hasn't performed as well as it did in the 3 weeks where you scored over 30 points? Like, I get it, dude. You would rather win low-scoring games than lose high-scoring games, but you're still the engine that makes that offense go, and it's better if you were to score 30 points every week than just limit yourself to 14. Burrow and the rest of the offense should under no circumstances feel content about how they've played in the last 2 weeks. Yes, they've won, primarily because, again, the defense has been able to carry them. Like, it doesn't take a genius to figure out if the Bengals offense of the first 5 weeks and the Bengals defense of the last 2 weeks, if they were to play on the same day, they would probably be unbeatable. And is that not the goal? Is that not what's required of them now that they're 3-4 and they're still on the outside looking in terms of winning the AFC North? Is that not the recipe towards actually winning in the playoffs instead of just making it? Once again, the Giants and the Browns deserve credit for what they did to Burrow in the offense, but Burrow should feel at least a little bit concerned about how the unit has played over the last 2 weeks. Going 0 for 6 on 3rd down against any defense in the entire first half is not a sustainable formula for victory. The Bengals' run game is also 32nd in EPA per play and 31st in success rate in the last 2 weeks. That absolutely needs to get better. Ultimately, I do kind of see where Burrow is getting at. He's just speaking from the team's perspective. He would rather win at any cost, no matter what his stats look like, no matter how the offense plays. He would rather just get the W. But also, there is some accountability that he needs to take when the offense doesn't really hold up its end of the bargain. Like, the defense had to do that when they weren't playing well and they were losing. Just because the defense is playing well and they're winning doesn't mean the offense can kind of take a break. Burrow and the offense just need to get back on track. It's as simple as that. And even if they are winning ugly right now, it's definitely not sustainable for the rest of the year.